Hello, hello, hello. Hey there, my friends. Now, I have to tell you, whether you have 5 people, 50 people on your team, or you're a solo studio owner, there are 5 specific people that you need in your business that you can really not live without if you want your studio to thrive. So, in today's episode, we are going to dive into who those 5 people are and really why they matter so much. If you're joining me, say, hey, Erin, what's up? Let me know that you're here. I always want to know who is with me when I come on live every Wednesday. And let's have a conversation. Let's keep it chatty. So drop it in the comments below. Let me know that you're here and say, what's up? And let me know, y'all. I'm taking a poll. What is it like in your neck of the wood? You guys, I'm in California and we are having rain and flooding. So it's been a little crazy, but I know some of you are living where there's lots of snow. So let me know what it's like where you're at right now. And if you would like to get a copy of today's show notes, drop the word peeps below, and me and my team will make sure that gets updated and you get that. So, if you're new here and you're just joining me, I'm Erin Bird, and I support dance studio owners and educators to really grow their businesses and create their own unique vision of success, all without the burnout, the overwhelm, or sacrificing your personal life. Because, y'all, that's no fun. It sucks the joy right out of what you're doing. So you can have exactly what it is that you want. And so today, my friends, we are going to be diving into 5 people you cannot live without in your business. Now, we like to learn out loud around here. So, if something resonates with you, lean on in, drop it in the comments. It helps us anchor it in. It also helps us if you're coming back in on the replay. We want to know that as well. So, you could drop a hashtag replay, but also continue the conversation. I will come back in and continue talking to you about this and how we can support you. So, let me know. Say what's up. I see y'all are here, but I haven't got any comments yet. Here. No, I'm joking with y'all. Okay, so let me know that you're here. I want to know that you're here, y'all. Um, I want to have a conversation with you. Okay, are we ready to just dive right in? Y'all ready? I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna start singing for you some more. I'm unstoppable today. Okay, right? Okay, thank you. Oh wait, replay. You're coming back. You're gonna come back around on the replay. Are you coming in live? Because I'm here live right now. So I want to see you. Let me know. Say hello. Let me know. I'm unstoppable. I am. I'm just going to be like singing along for y'all today. It is one of those. It's January. Okay, I'm going to take my drink now while you guys come in. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning. All right, I'm going to take my drink. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's do this. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, thank you. Maybe there was just a slight delay in technology, which does happen sometimes. Um, we've gotten used to the whole instant gratification thing. And so sometimes it does take a little bit of time. So, good morning. I'm so glad to have y'all here. So, let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and dive right in to today's topic. 5 people you cannot live without in your business. Now, I am pulling these top 5 people from what I know has been the key to not only unlock the successes in our businesses that we own, but also in studio owners that I work with around the globe. So you guys really want to lean into this one this morning. All right. So the first one, and I'm sure it comes as no surprise coming from me. If you've been around a while, y'all know how I feel about this topic right here. It is imperative to have a good CPA and a good bookkeeper. Having a strong financial team on board is essential to you having a thriving business. Now, some of you might say, Erin, I love doing my bookkeeping. Drop it below. If you love doing your own bookkeeping, I want to know. I can tell you, I do not. I do not love the bookkeeping side of it. I do love looking at our financials. I do love looking at the numbers and and seeing and knowing and staying abreast of those, but I do not like the actual task of bookkeeping. So let me know below, do you love it or not so much? I want to know. And I have to tell you that I also am a firm believer in having not only just a great bookkeeper, but having a CPA who is actually interested in your business and being there to help you proactively take on things that are going to help you mitigate your financial tax liability, mitigate your risk. Um, this is your CPA should not just be a one-time a year transactional deal. And if you have a CPA currently who is like, oh, you just see, you only see them at tax time. They don't know much about your business other than what's being presented to them um, once a year. I think that's a problem because CPAs are there to do more than just file your taxes for you. Yes, that's going to be a big part of it, but really a CPA is there to help you and is actively looking to make your business as strong financially as possible. That's important, right? And depending on where you're at, they might give you some recommendations that are outside the box recommendations because they know the tax code and they should know it well. Now, I will also tell you that while, yes, you can have a bookkeeper who works inside of your CPA's business, I also don't know that that's the best route. I like having, uh, when we have, my gosh, you guys, I'm thinking about technology right now. We were just having a conversation. And you know how so many things have 2-point authentication or 2-point verification, right? To make sure that it's really you, that you're really the person you are. And I really think for checks and balances, it's really great for us to have a bookkeeper who is completely separate from our CPA. Because when you have two different sets of eyes along with yours and your team, you have a more accurate picture. If something is not going right, you have more checks and balances. I was taking my kiddos to school this morning, and on the radio, there was a news report about, unfortunately, someone who was embezzling money from their business, and it took 3 years for them to catch because they didn't have enough checks and balances in their business. Wah, wah, wah. That's not cool, right? And so I do believe now, again, you could keep it all under one roof, which is fine, and it can work great for you. You just have to be ultra diligent about making sure that everything is exactly how it says it is. So that is why I'm a firm believer. And I thought originally about putting them as two separate people or two separate of our five. I thought about making them each their own thing, but I realized that really it's your financial team. And so that is number one, is we need these people in our business. And if you don't, and this is a safe space, so if you don't have someone, let me know. Drop below, like, bookkeeper, I need a bookkeeper, drop a CPA, something like that, and we can get you resources. We have people who we know and we trust who are in the industry who can help you with this. But I think it's an expense you cannot afford to not take on. So that's number one for today. Y'all, you cannot live without a CPA and a bookkeeper. Your financial team is imperative to your success. So that brings me to the next one. And I'm so blessed because I have a really great team. You need an attorney or a lawyer in your back pocket, somebody that you trust. And now I know it's one of those things you're like, hey, why do I need one of these? Let me tell you, things happen. Things happen. And you need someone who is looking out for you and your best interests. Okay. No worries. I totally understand. You could catch us on the replay as well. totally fine. So know that, y'all, anytime. And sometimes you might just want to come back on the replay because you're like, oh, what did she say? And you want to come back on the replay. That's why we have these, my friends. That's why we have them. I don't want you to miss the information. All right. So an attorney or a lawyer, at least one, if not more, depending on what it is that you're needing support with. So for us, I was so blessed because one of our staff members, one of my teachers who worked for us for many years while she was in college, she started with us when she was getting her bachelor's. Then she worked for us and she taught for us while she was in law school. And so now we have her also on our team as our in-house representative because you guys, there's so many things that come up. We need to cover ourselves, and we need sometimes to have that person who's ready and able to help you out. Now, some of us might be thinking, I cannot afford to have a lawyer on retainer. Drop below right now. Do you have a lawyer on your team? Do you have a lawyer that you know, love, and trust that you could pull out in a moment's notice if something happened? Let me know while I take a little drink here. And if not, that's okay. Let me know that as well. But we all need to have one. Now, you might say, Erin, oh, good. Yes, you do. Yay. Okay. So if you do not, again, drop lawyer below. We have some really great resources for you guys. And now it's something that we hope we don't have to use, but it's a good idea to use when it comes to, oh, let's see your terms and conditions, your waivers, your policies for liability, right? You need to have, even at the fundamental level, we need to have a lawyer, an attorney look at what we're doing to make sure that we know what we're doing. Oh my gosh, you guys, leases, mortgages. We need people to be able to look these over for us to make sure that things are in the proper order and that they are looking out for our best interest. So many times I unfortunately see studio owners get in trouble when it comes to leases because they don't understand that commercial leases sometimes are very different than a residential lease. And a commercial lease might call that you have triple net or that you are responsible for paying for the air conditioner replacement when it goes out. And because they sign leases willy-nilly and they don't understand necessarily, or they haven't had an attorney look it over, when these things come up, they're upset and they're like, I don't have the money to replace an air conditioning unit. Well, it's your responsibility because you signed this, right? And you didn't have an attorney to help you negotiate terms. So, my friends, we need to have an attorney or lawyer on hand. Not that you're going to be asking them things every single week, because probably not, but you need someone who is looking out for the best interest of your business and you and your personal liabilities, depending on how you have your business structured. So, an attorney or a lawyer, we need to have one. And I will tell you that there is also a service called Legal Shield, and I can give you more information on that too. But Legal Shield is really great also because it's, you know, they have this team of lawyers that are on hand, and you pay like a monthly subscription sort of fee. And when you need them, you reach out and they can help you with some basic things like collection letters or cease and desist or things of that nature that might come up for you. And it's just covered in your subscription. Now, if there's something that's, a bigger thing where you're being sued or taken to court, they either have options to maybe represent you, or you might want to get a local attorney for that. But Legal Shield is really, really great, y'all, for those little things here and there that you want a lawyer's thumb on, but you don't want to pay the big lawyer fees. And it's something that you can incorporate into your yearly budget, right? So Legal Shield is really great. I've actually used them and in the past, and they've been fantastic. So I really love Legal Shield. So That's the second people that y'all need in your team. Now, kind of the same thing. The third person you need is a really great insurance broker or agent who you know, like, and trust, who understands your business. I think it's easy for us to sometimes, with everything going so digital, for us to say, oh, I found this great, like, this insurance company online and their rates are really low. And right. And so I went ahead with them and I have coverage, which we want to obviously keep budget in mind when it comes to insurance, but y'all know we also don't want to skimp on insurance because, again, it can bite you in the bottom in the long run. And a good insurance broker or agent is really going to be looking out for what changes are happening in your business as you grow. If something happens, you want someone who you know who's going to take care of you, who is going to give you that white glove service when you actually need them. Do we want to have to use our insurance? No, we don't. But let me tell you, when there's flooding, because we're having flooding right now, my goodness, I am so grateful that I have an insurance broker. Now, I'm praying that I don't need to use it. But believe me, it's in the back of my mind like, oh my gosh, if things flood, I know I'm going to call Jessica. Right? And she's going to help me because she's always been there and so responsive to help me with any questions, anything that's coming up. And they look at the bigger picture and they take the time to talk to you about what it is that is going to be the best solutions for you in a bigger overall umbrella arching thing. So, if kind of goes back to number one, if your insurance broker is not having conversations with you at least annually about what changes are happening in your business, what what things are coming up, is there new vehicles in your policy, like all these sort of things, you need a different insurance broker because they should be asking you these things to make sure, every 6 months, at least every year, but probably more of them are going to be over every 6 months, unless you bring something up to them that changes. But you need a good insurance broker or agent, y'all. This isn't, you know, this is something that I more so lean towards is I would rather us have really stellar insurance coverage, have someone who's going to be on our side, because when these things happen, it could be frazzling. And it's so great for someone who's in it, who's in the industry, who's already walked you through the ins and the outs and says, let me take care of it for you. So you want a really great insurance broker or agent. Yeah. Who loves their insurance broker? I do. I do. Let me know if you love your broker. And when is the last time you reviewed your policies? It's January, so a lot of you probably are reviewing your policies. And when you review them, are you actually looking at them, or are you just like, yeah, that's good? Right? I want to know. Let me know. I'm waiting a little bit if you hadn't noticed. I'm holding. Okay. All right. I'm going to move on. Doesn't seem like anyone loves their insurance agent, but you should. You should have a really great relationship with them. All right. Number 4. Now, I'm going to tell you, maybe this one is coming from my experience, which is kind of funny. How many of you can relate to being a creative? I relate to being a creative. I love it. Oh, okay. So you love the company, but they keep changing your agent. Okay, that's hard because you need to build that relationship, right? So that could be hard. You love your insurance agent. Yay! Okay, so good. That makes my heart so happy. Okay, so number 4, I'm going to say it because it's my personal experience. Some of us, yes, 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 love it. Okay, so here we go. Number 4, y'all. Number 4 is tech help, IT solutions, y'all. How many times are we banging our head against the wall because something happened inside of our tech solutions, whether it's our computers, our audio, our phone system, our whatever. Like, I don't know about you. I relate as a creative. I do not feel like I am tech savvy. And so if you don't feel tech savvy, I believe that you should have tech help like on hand. I do. His name is Jeff. He is amazing. And he's like, well, let me take over your computer for you and fix things. I also have Paula, who is also techie and amazing. Some of you know Paula. And but I personally don't feel like tech is my wheelhouse. Now, I get by just fine. And I get told, oh, you're better than you give yourself credit for. But what I also know is I don't enjoy tech. And so, because I don't enjoy it and I don't want to spend hours trying to figure it out because that is a waste of time, energy, and I could be doing things that are going to be revenue generating activities during that time, I want to have tech support. So, do you have someone in your back pocket who can help you with those things? Now, your husband, your uncle, your sister, I don't know, somebody might be a tech whiz and you're like, yeah, I call them. Awesome. But if you don't have that person in your life, or you don't have someone who they might be that person, they might be like a techie god, but they're not reliable and fast in helping you, then you need to get someone that you pay, right? That you know, like, and trust, who can come help you with tech. Because there is nothing worse than when tech goes down and you feel like your hands are tied now and you can't move forward. Has anyone ever felt that way? I sure have. And let me tell you, I probably felt like it a lot during the pandemic because it felt like there was always something going down. It felt like there was always something updating and right in the middle of when I needed it to work. But having those people keep the tech health of your company up is super important. And having them make sure that you're doing your backups on a regular basis. Maybe they take care of that for you. Maybe you have someone, the tech person comes in and just goes through and makes sure all of your antivirus is up to date. Like, there are so many great things that tech people can do for you. And it's just knowing and having them available. So that's number 4. Do you guys have a tech person? I know. I want to know. Or are you so lucky because one of your staff members is a tech genius, right? That's their thing. They love it and they dive into it. And so you know that, hey, when something happens, you're like, I can call Miss So and so. Let me know. Who's your tech person in your life? Because you need one. You need one. Okay. Yes. We might need to call on your husband sometimes. But seriously, we need someone who is a tech genius, right, in your life to be able to help you with that. So you don't get frustrated by these things and you use your time wisely because, could we figure it out? A lot of times, yes. Given enough time and futzing around, we could probably figure it out because we've been trained to adapt and overcome. But yes, love it. Okay, you have John and his team. So good. Okay, that makes my heart so happy. Now, the last person that I believe that you need inside your business to thrive. And every time that I have called on having one of these people, it has absolutely up leveled my business. It is absolutely up leveled in every fashion. Now, this is from financially, it's up leveled. This is from helping getting clarity on what it is that I want to do, what brings me joy. It has brought me more freedom, right? So every time that I have leaned on this person, it has absolutely paid off and really helped me thrive. Okay, so awesome. I'm going to share this. I'm going to show this because I want to share. So your person has a full-time job and can call for help, but sometimes it takes a day or two to get to them. So that is great that you have someone, but we want also someone in our back pocket who can help us out, because sometimes waiting 2 days is 2 days too long, right? So we want to make sure that we have someone who hopefully can get out fairly quickly. Now, let's be honest. Sometimes, even if you were to call, you had a business, Solutions Pro. That's who Jeff works for. So yeah, it's totally frustrating, right? When they can't get out there and you're like, my hands are tied for 2 days. This is not working for me, right? So even sometimes when we call another business, a service, a tech to come out, their schedule might be crazy and then it might take them a day, right? But we want to try to have someone who is really great, or that you have such a great relationship with them. You guys, can I tell you that I have such a great relationship with Jeff, that when I call, even when he has a full schedule, he fits us in. He fits us in. He makes it, because he's like, I know you, I know you're a good client, and you refer lots of people to me, and I want to make sure you're taken care of, right? So there's an exchange there because he knows I am helping his business, right? So that's why it's so important. But yeah, I totally agree. It can be totally frustrating. All right. The fifth person that you need in your business to thrive, and I only practice what I preach, y'all, so I want you to know that, is you need a coach or a mentor, right? You need someone who has an outside set of eyes, who can see what's going on inside your business, and to really help you get from point A to point B in the quickest fashion possible, in the most linear fashion, instead of this zigzag approach that we all take, this winding road that we sometimes take. And every time that I have invested in a coach or a mentor, y'all, the return on investment is endless. I have invested over the years in many different coaches. I've invested in a sales coach. I've invested in a visibility coach. I have invested in multiple programs and invested thousands and thousands of dollars in different coaches and mentors, because they were the key to helping me get crystal clear on what it was that I needed inside our businesses. It is one of the reasons why I am able to run multiple businesses at the same time, because I have the support that I need from a coach or a mentor. And so, my friends, it doesn't have to be, I'm not here to be like, it needs to be me, because it doesn't. I am not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. There might be a better coach out there for you. And I encourage you to explore those options, right? But I want you to know that for me, I had different coaches for different things I wanted to achieve, right? I went to the sales coach when I first started out doing coaching and consulting, because I had felt like, okay, this is a different arena. I want to see how do I market and sell in this capacity, because it's not something that I've done before. So I invested and I paid a coach to help me with that. And then I said, okay, I'm ready to take my coaching business, and we rebranded to Dance Studio Empire. How was I going to do that? It was through a coach and a mentor. So you guys, you need to have a coach and a mentor in your back pocket to help you get to the next level. And I truly believe this with all my heart. And so if you do need support and you want to have a conversation, I would love to invite you to do a Studio Success strategy session. You're just going to go to erinbird.com/apply or schedule a call, and we could chat and see where you're getting stuck in your business and how we can fix that for you, what the plan would be moving forward. It's okay to get help. Yes, we can do everything, but we don't necessarily need to do it all ourselves. And having someone who is not inside your business is a huge help. It really is. It's a huge help. So my friends, that is there for you if you so desire. So my friends, let's go ahead and do, I know we've been here for a while, but let's go ahead and do our speedy recap of the 5 people you cannot live without in your business, okay? So let's go. Number 1, the first person that you need, it might be actually 2 people, is you need a good financial team. You need a great CPA and bookkeeper to make sure the financial health is doing really, really well for you and is being proactive at helping you see what needs to happen inside your business. The second person that you need is you need a great attorney or lawyer in your back pocket to help you out and to help you make sure that you are set up to not put yourself at risk for a lawsuit. The third person that you need is an insurance broker or agent who actually knows you, knows your business, and can actually dive in and say, if we did this, this is what's going to happen. This might be better for you than this. I know it might have a lower premium, but the deductible is going to be higher. So let's look at that. And then, of course, you need someone in IT or tech to help you out when things go wrong. And last but not least, you need a mentor or coach to help you, who is there to not only give you guidance, but to cheer you on and to celebrate the wins along the way. My friends, if you have these 5 people set up in your business to be your support team, you can have a thriving studio. You absolutely can, regardless of all the other things that are happening in your business. Now, I absolutely love coming and sharing with you guys, and I hope that next week you will join me for another episode of the Erin Bird Live Show, where we are going to dive into some business strategy, mindset, tips, and tricks to really help you grow your business. And my hope is that it's a few moments of joy, a few moments of coming together. And I cannot wait to see the magic that happens for everyone in 2023. It's absolutely going to be beautiful. So if you don't have one of these 5 people in your team right now, 2023 is the time to do it, my friends. It really, really is. So I'm going to leave you there. I hope that you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you next week for another episode. Bye, my friends.